You have a right to know from the police officer the power you have been stopped and searched under. There are about 19 stop and search powers, so ask the police officer which one they are using on you so you know what you can and cannot do, the limits of your liberty, and what the police officer can and cannot do, the limits of the police officer's power. Under Section 1, the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, a police officer can stop, detain and search you or the vehicle you're in, but only if the police officer has reasonable grounds of suspicion that they will likely find the object they are searching for, such as offensive weapons, or stolen goods, or prohibited fireworks. The police officer's reasonable grounds of suspicion to stop and search you should be based on a two-stage test. Firstly, the officer must have formed a genuine suspicion in their own mind that they will find the object. And secondly, the suspicion that the object will be found must be reasonable. This means that there must be an objective basis for that suspicion based on facts, information and/or intelligence which are relevant to the likelihood that the object in question will be found. During a Section 1 stop and search, you have a right to be treated with respect and fairly by the police officer, so remind the police officer of their police codes of practice. And remember, while being stopped and searched, stay calm and don't get angry. Being stopped and searched under Section 1 does not mean you are under arrest. The idea of a stop and search is that it enables police officers to quickly allay or confirm suspicion about individuals without the need to first make an arrest. And under a Section 1 stop and search, you have a right to know from the police officer, so ask them the police officer's name, and you should be given at least their collar number or warrant card, the police officer's station they are from, what they expect to find, the reason they want to search you, why they are legally allowed to search you, and where you can get a record of the search. The police have the power to detain you only for a short while they're carrying out a Section 1 stop and search. And under a Section 1 stop and search, you have the right not to answer questions about yourself. That means you don't have to give the police officer your name, your address, your date of birth, what you are doing in an area, and if you're in a car, the details of the owner or the passengers with you. But remember, if you don't cooperate with the police officer, this might just increase their suspicions that you have been involved in some wrongdoing. And remember, if the police officer are using another police power, then under that power, you are legally required to provide your name and other details. So please watch our short videos on the police powers series. The police officer can carry out 3 types of searches if it's necessary. Superficial searches of an outer coat, jacket or gloves, and includes placing his or her hand inside the pockets of the outer clothing or feeling around the inside of collars, socks and shoes if this is reasonably necessary. Thorough searches, for example requiring a person to take off a t-shirt but must be done out of public view, for example in a police van or police station. And strip searches, searches involving exposure of intimate parts of the body, may be carried out only at a nearby police station or other nearby location which is out of public view but not a police vehicle. Remember, you have a right to record the police Section 1 stop and search encounter. If you decide to record the Section 1 stop and search encounter, remember anything said or seen can be used for and against you if any issues get to court. And the police have the following powers after Section 1 stop and search on you: to arrest you, or to issue a fixed penalty notice, or to report you for summons to attend court at a future date, or and seize any offending items or items they suspect have been stolen. And while it may not be any consolation for the embarrassment and anxiety of being stopped and searched under Section 1, in most cases statistics show Section 1 stop and searches lead to no further police action. You have always the right to complain if you believe the police officer has misused their Section 1 stop and search power on you based on an assumption, generalisation, or in some discriminatory manner. And examples of misuse include if the police officer has used Section 1 because you have been identified as a trouble causer before, you have previous convictions, due to your race, sex or age, or to gain information on someone you may know, or to break up a gathering, or the way you dress. Thank you for watching. Please speak to us list if you need legal advice. Please subscribe to Community Legal Education so you can be the first to watch our short legal video explainers on police powers and on other topics too. And May the justice be with you.